Hey, how are ya? Noxis Flak here, and welcome to the first episode of my Pokemon Yellow version playthrough. You will notice a dramatic quality increase, or at least I hope so. I am right now recording the first video in this playthrough. First of all, the official Nintendo emulator on the 3DS is for a Pokemon Game Boy Color game, so instead of being a gray, black, and white color combo, we are going to see real color as it was in the original Game Boy Color. Also, I have gotten a 3DS capture card installed in my new 3DS so that I can now... I'm moving my DS right now. You can't see it. You can't see that I'm moving it. And I'm now no longer recording the game with a small tripod and my phone's camera. This should be a dramatic improvement. Okay, with that out of the way, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe while I start a new game and hit that bell button, because every Friday at 9 a.m. we are going to be playing Pokemon Yellow. And the last playthroughs, that was Pokemon Red, took 28 episodes, so we will likely be playing this until around Christmas. So, let's start a new game. Hello there, welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokemon Professor. The world is inhabited by creatures called Pokemon. Some people, Pokemon are pets, others use them for fights. Myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. First, what is your name? Alright, so I just want to make a point. Yellow is the name of the cartridge, this makes sense. Ash is the name of the character in the anime, and Jack is a terrible first name. Anyone named Jack has bad hair. So we will now be playing as Noxis. There's still not enough space. Not Noxit. That's funny. And this time I won't add an F. I'm just going to be Noxis to change things up a bit. Right, so your name is Noxis. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you were a baby. What is his name again? So, Blue is a good rival name. Gary is decent. John is the name of my uncle and godfather, and I'm not calling my rival John. John's a good man. So, we will be naming him my rival in every game. Who am I? Or Hwami for short. Who am I? Question mark. That's right, I remember now. His name is Who Am I? Question mark. Noxis, your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go. Alright, we are in our bedroom, and it is blue! Or purple. This is more of a purple, my bad. Noxis is playing the SNES. Okay, it's time to go. Now, when I was a kid in 1999, so 1998 was the Christmas I got Pokemon Red. 1999 was the Christmas that I got Pokemon Yellow. And I saw color on the screen. I was freaking out. Now, as a kid, my family had an N64, but I was too young to have an SNES. So when I saw this, I really didn't know what it was. And my neighbor down the street only had an NES, because it was his dad's NES. So the whole SNES was just like a strange concept for me. An even more strange concept. What sort of lunatic puts a TV in the center of the room on the floor? Put it up against the wall. Like, if it was here, it would make sense, right? And again, there's a tree in my room, which is already a little weird, but shouldn't it be in the corner over here? There's so much going on, I can't handle it. And there's no chair for the computer. It's just, these are the things you don't notice as a kid, you know? Alright, with that rant out of the way, Pokemon Yellow has a lot of quality of life improvements. Right, all boys leave home someday. It said so on TV. Professor Oak's next door looking for you. You do not have a TV stand. I understand it's the 90s and it's not a flat screen that can be mounted on the wall, but it is just on the floor, and behind it is a literal window that is a terrible place for a TV. Alright. You will notice, viewers, for those of you that haven't played this, the story is going to be very similar to the story of Pokemon Red. But there are slight differences, and the game is actually supposed to resemble the anime more. Yo, Noxis, Gramps isn't around. I ran here because he said he had a Pokemon for me. Alright. But it is my opinion that Pokemon Yellow is actually much harder in the early game, and then much, much easier in the late game, and you will see why. Oak! That was close. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. Oh, what? This is new. A wild Pikachu appears. Professor Oak is throwing his only Pokeball, but what if it doesn't work? He doesn't have any backups. Alright, Pikachu was caught. Oh, I gotta tell you, viewers, being able to lean back in my chair, not hovering over a tripod and making sure I don't whack the tripod and making sure my phone... Oh, I should probably be reading this. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. I don't know why he's Southern. Who am I in real life is not Southern. He's from the Midwest. Who am I? Why are you here already? I said for you to come by later. Ah, whatever, just wait there. Look, Noxis, do you see that ball on the table? It's called a Pokeball. It holds a Pokemon inside. You may have it. Go on, take it. Hey, Gramps, what about me? Be patient, who am I? I'll give you one later. What? What? No way, Noxis, I want this Pokemon. Who am I? Snatch the Pokemon. Who am I's a real jerk. If you know him in real life, be mean to him. What are you doing? Gramps, I want this one. Oh, alright. That Pokemon is yours. I was going to give you one anyway. Noxis, come over here. I am being bullied. This is the Pokemon I caught earlier. You can have it. I caught it in the wild and it's not tame yet. Noxis received Pikachu. Want to give a nickname to Pikachu? Yes, I do. So, Pikachu being my most beloved Pokemon is going to be J-Dog. Triple G. If a wild Pokemon appears, your Pokemon can fight against it. Afterwards, go on to the next town. Wait, Noxis, let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. Alright, here we go. I missed if they said what Pokemon he got. I was just so comfortable in my new playing position. I'm so happy I got this 3D capture card. Eevee. Now that is a cool starter Pokemon, actually. Alright, I'm going straight for the Thunder Shot. Oh, we got lucky and they are paralyzed. Fully paralyzed. J-Dog is doing a grand old time. So I also remember as a kid, obviously Pokemon Yellow, canonically you're supposed to play with Pikachu the entire game, right? Pikachu cannot evolve. If I try to give Pikachu an electric stone, the normal Pikachu would evolve to a Raichu, but in this game, just like in the anime, J-Dog, Triple G will not evolve. But the one memory I have so clearly, nice, we leveled up to level 6, is Thunderstruck just has like the most annoying sound, and I want to get Thunderbolt like as fast as possible. Not because it's better, which it is. What? Unbelievable! I picked the wrong Pokemon. But because I hate the sound of the other attack. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon fight to toughen it up. Gramps, I'll smell you later. What? Would you look at that? It's odd, but it appears your Pokemon dislikes Pokeballs. You should just keep it with you. That should make it happy. You can talk to it and see how it feels about you. Hey, J-Dog! J-Dog is not into me. This was so cool. I want you to imagine 7-year-old Noxis Flak in 1999 getting a game that's basically the same game as before but with color, and then you find out that you start off with Pikachu just like Ash Ketchum, and he refuses to be in his Pokeball just like Ash Ketchum, and he follows you around, and his tail wags like that, which is super cute. I was freaking out, okay? I was freaking out! There wasn't the internet, I didn't know this was gonna happen. It's the authority on Pokemon. Many Pokemon trainers hold in high regard. Alright. I'm still gonna, okay, so there it is. Alright. Alright. So let's see if we go here. Hi Noxis. There goes that. Alright, we're gonna go to the next town. So did you see that color shift? Oh, the game has dramatically improved. So there's also slight changes to the Pokemon that you can see in certain areas, and that is a brand new sprite for Pidgey. Pidgey did not look like that in Red. Now a lot of these quality of life improvements are like, you know, they did it in a year. Oh, the Pokemon. It's convenient shops. Please visit us. Viridian. I know. I'll give you a sample. There you go. Potion. So the one thing I can't wait. I have to say it. Charizard in Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue could not learn Fly, which is quite possibly the dumbest thing ever in this game that has been fixed. There was also the issue with Psychic, which is still the strongest type, but Psychic does now have, you know, is actually weak to the very few ghost types that the ghost type moves that there are. So a couple other things that you'll notice along the way, story-wise, that's really fun. But all of these are great quality of life improvements. But and I'm getting a little ahead of myself. My favorite quality of life improvement to the Pokemon games actually happens in Generation 2. But this is a great step. It's a great step. And then while we're starting this game and doing kind of the menial tasks of, you know, Poke Center and then Pokemart, the usual beginning of a Pokemon Gen 1 game stuff, I want to say that I loved Pokemon Yellow so much as a child, as a 9-year-old child, that I felt like I always needed to keep the yellow cartridge in my pocket, even when I wasn't playing. So I would take the cartridge out of my purple Game Boy Color, put the cartridge in my pocket, and then go about my day, because like it being in my pocket, you know, you're talking about counter the two, yeah. And the problem with doing that as a 9-year-old is you forget that it's in your pocket, and then your mom takes your shorts and runs it through the washing machine. So of course, yes, we're going to be taking this order to Oak. We're taking Oak's parcel. We all know what's going on here. Did this in the last game. And apologies, I'm getting distracted. Let's see if the grumpy man is still here. You can't go through here. This is private property. So mean, he hasn't had his coffee yet. Alright, we had to experience that. Anyway, so it went through the washing machine. The beautiful little art on the yellow cartridge was like not fully peeled off, but like the adhesive was still behind it, but like, you know, like it's messed up looking. I put it in the Game Boy and I kid you not, it worked. It didn't break the game. Running through the washing machine didn't break the game. But here's the thing. I was 9, and I did not learn my lesson. And I continued to put the cartridge... Oh, Noxis! How is my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to like you a lot. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. What? You have something for me? Oh, this is the custom Pokeball I ordered. Thanks, Noxis. By the way, I must ask you to do something for me. Gramps! Gramps, my Pokemon has grown stronger. Check it out. Oh, who am I? Good timing. I need to ask you both of you to do something for me. On the desk there is my invention, the Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Noxis and what am I? Take these with you. Noxis got Pokédex from Oak. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But I'm too old, I can't do it. So I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps, leave it all to me. I hate to say it, but I don't need you to. I know I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Noxis. Ha 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 ha! Alright, let's see if Gramps has anything to say about how rude his grandson is. Wait for you, Noxis. Yeah, you're just ignoring the problem. Anyway, so I didn't learn my lesson. I was 9 years old, and I continued to put the cartridge, which was now partially damaged, in my pocket, and my mom, being a good mom, and I was only 9, put my shorts through the washing machine again. It has now gone through the washing machine 2 times because I absolutely insisted on keeping this cartridge in my pocket, and I have to say, the second time actually destroyed it. But my mom and I thought it was so funny that to this day, I am 32 years old, I keep the broken Pokémon Yellow cartridge in the same, Nintendo Game Boy case that carries all my old Game Boy Color games, and I keep it right next to the other Pokémon Yellow game I got, which I had to wait for my birthday to get because you don't just get things in my childhood household. You had to wait for a birthday or Christmas. So I kept it because it's really funny. Anyway, let's continue. As you run an errand, here, this will help you. Noxis got a town map. Who am I? Your sister's way nicer than you. Use a town map to find out where you are. In real life, one of Who Am I's sisters is very nice. The other one doesn't exist. She is non-existent. I should probably talk to my mom. If you drive your Pokemon too hard, they'll dislike you. You should take a rest. Oh, good. You and your Pokemon are looking great. Take care now. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go to the next town. And then, yeah, that just feels like a massive graphic upgrade. Thundershock. Yeah, I just hate that sound. I want Thunderbolt to replace that, so I don't need to hear that anymore. J-Dog, how do you feel about me? Yeah, that's promising. Things are going well. So this is actually the origin of the friendship mechanic, which later Pokemon games would implement. It was specifically just for Pikachu to, you talk to Pikachu, likes you, dislikes you, right? That's a pretty new Rattata graphic. When I was a kid, I pronounced it Ratatat. And that's not accurate. But I was not alone. So many kids pronounce that Ratatat. It's literally just a rat. It's just a rat. It's a mouse. Okay. So we're going to do a couple things still today before we end today's video. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go here. We're going to buy as many Pokeballs as I can afford. Thank you. Goodbye. Let's check out the town map. So, this is the map that you all saw in the previous game, but it is now in color. So we start the game in Pallet Town. We've gone through Route 1, we've gone to Viridian City. North of Viridian City is, of course, Viridian Forest, but that's not where we're going today. Just like in my playthrough of Pokemon Red, we have to go west. I'm trying to memorize all my notes. Okay. Be sure to read the blackboard carefully. Tell me what to do. Sis says Pokemon will become tame if you treat them nicely. Hear that, Pikachu? I'm gonna treat you nicely. Alright, the grumpy old man should be less grumpy now. My daddy loves Pokemon too. Coming up with nicknames is fun, but hard. Simple names are the easiest to remember. Sparrow, named Sperry. That's sweet. Those Pokeballs at your waist. You have Pokemon. That's great. You can carry and use Pokemon anytime, anywhere. Secret Potion. And we're still very much at the point of the game where a potion is a very useful item. But give it a couple episodes, it won't be anymore. Alright. So I already know what my final team for this playthrough is going to be, and I'm going to spoil it right now. Mankey is not going to stay on the team, but I am going to catch a Mankey specifically because the first gym in Pokemon Yellow is the hardest gym. J-Dog and Pikachu is a electric type, knows only electric moves, and the first gym is rock. So Mankey doesn't need to level up too much before becoming capable of taking out rock types. Mankey, Pig Monkey, an agile Pokemon that lives in trees. It angers easily and will not hesitate to attack anything. Can I give a nickname to Mankey? No. So Mankey is going to be used in the first gym. He will be trained as we walk through Viridian Forest. There's 2 more Pokemon that we will be catching here. Here's one of them. Now, normally I love Nidoran Girl or Nidoran Boy as my actual team member, make a Nido Queen or Nido King, but in this playthrough we will not be doing that, as tempting as it is. Poison Pen. We don't want this. There's one more Pokemon over here that we will be catching. Very nice. Good job, J-Dog. There's a 30% chance of the Pokemon I want. But we shouldn't be complaining too much. This is good training for J-Dog. The early game training matters a lot. I don't think this will take so long that I need to fast forward and do like a montage like I did for the Elite Four training video. Which by the way was like 3 hours. Generation 1 can be brutal. I should say getting a Dragonite in Generation 1 is brutal. Even with those 9 rare candies. Ugh. There's Mankey. So we actually have not caught a Rattata, so we will be catching this one. Rat. Will chew on anything with its fangs. If you see one, it is certain that 40 more live in that area. Excuse me. That's a level 5 Mankey. What do we think? Should I grab this to save time but lose money on the Pokeball? I'll grab it to save time. Am I really saving time? Certainly not saving money. Each Pokeball is 200 Pokédollars, and I have less than 200 Pokédollars right now. Okay. So the reason we did that is it's actually a higher level than the other Mankey. It's level 5. Hello. You are not who I was intending on catching. But I will catch you. I'm sending out a paralyzed, nearly dead Mankey. That is just horrific. That is the worst sprite. I forgot about how awful that is. This is going well. Yeah, so obviously the reason I switched was I only had Thunderstruck. I don't know. They'd only have an electric move, so we don't actually want to take this guy out, so. New Sparrow! Inept at flying high, however, it can fly around very fast to protect its territory. One second, I'm double checking something. Yeah, no. 30% chance. We're just not seeing it. There's a lot of Pokemon variety in yellow in a lot of these places, so we just gotta. It's all good. We're training. It's all good. Everything's cool. It's a great training for J-Dog. She needs training. Surprises is taking us. I mean, like, we've quadrupled the dex in episode 1, which is cool, but it's just like, where is he? Where is this guy? Feel good about this. I shouldn't have. Alright. We are getting to the point where I'm running out of power points. Which is fine. It's fine. It's all good. What I should really focus on is just how comfortable my seat is. Oh, and we leveled that. That's great. All is going well. Thunder Wave. Useless move. Unless you're like trying to catch a Pokemon and you don't have any sleep moves, I guess it's okay. Yeah, wild Pokemon don't suddenly lose paralysis unless they no sleep, so. Oh my gosh. So I'm just gonna go to the Poké Center after that. movie center time. Only a couple more things in today's episode, but I want to hear in the comments below, what do you think about the new color palette on each town? Now, you can tell that they didn't have a lot of options with the Game Boy Color. It wasn't like, or in Pokemon Yellow, it wasn't like there were individual colors. It was, you've entered this town. This town is all this color. Still better than black and white, but the sprite improvements with Pokemon really were huge. The characters look so much better. She's warming up to me. Hello, Mr. Man with a hat. Someone's PC. Deposit. So level 3 Mankey, goodbye. Nidoran girl, goodbye. Rattata. Sparrow. Alright. We got 2 more places to go and then we will save, but we're not done yet. Tomorrow we'll be going to the Viridian Forest, which is a different experience with color. Here we go. We do not have a Pidgey. My only attack would one-shot him, so I'm not doing that. This game, you can actually catch a Pidgeotto here, but I don't care to. It's just interesting because in the anime, Ash doesn't catch Pidgey, he catches Pidgeotto. Very docile, if attacked, it will often kick up sand and protect itself rather than fight back. Alright. If I remember, Mankey needs to get to level 9 in order to learn the move needed to defeat Brock and the Rock Gym. If I remember correctly. Who knows? I probably don't. Hello, Mankey. You're level 5, okay. Okay. After the second layer didn't work, that'd be a lot of defense down. Okay, our defense is down. Oof. We're taking a risk. It paid off. Who am I? Hey, Noxis. You're going to the Pokemon League? Forget it, you probably don't have any badges. The guard won't let you through. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger? This is an optional rival fight. Speedrunners will avoid it. He's got 2 Pokemon now. A level 9 Spearow is pretty high. I think we have 3 potions. That's fine. See 2 levels up, come on. Mankey's level 6, that's what I'm talking about. Nope. Uncool. Just 1 sand attack shouldn't be as detrimental as a second sand attack. Can we hit it again? Yes! This would be a really good time. Oh, perfect. Okay. If Mankey can pull this off. I don't think he's gonna pull this off. Switching the Pokemon does reset the sand attack, so Pikachu coming out will not have lower accuracy. This Mankey does, though. This is your chance. Ooh, not good. Mankey, I just did. Come on. Ooh, not good. Okay. It's actually fine. And we didn't have any sand in our eyes because we went into the Pokeball. Very nice. Noxis defeated. Who am I? Oh, you just lucked out. Look at that sprite for Gary Oak. Who am I? Way better than the other one. I heard Pokemon League has many tough trainers. I had to figure out how to get past them. You should quit dawdling and get a move on. This is an odd spot. There's something up here. No. Alright. We are getting close to the end of today's video. So, this is Noxis Flak. I am going to be playing Pokémon Yellow every Friday at 9 a.m. until we beat the game. Now let's define beating the game. Beating the game is beating the Elite Four and then going to Cerulean Cave and catching Mewtwo. I will be catching all 3 legendary bird Pokemon as well. But besides that, besides what's necessary to defeat the Elite Four, so 8 badges, Elite Four, catch Mewtwo, catch the 3 legendaries. Not going to be doing anything else besides that, but we are going to be having a grand old time. And I will not be catching all 151 Pokemon, but we should have a pretty decent number by the end. So, this is Noxis Flak. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Today we have caught 6 Pokemon. We have been playing for 34 minutes. Our money is 455, and we still have 8 badges to go. I will see you next Friday in the next one.